I've got several ideas. I've actually been involved in the district for a couple of years now. I believe we need to raise our standards for one, and get some quality programs in the curriculum. I have personal experience because my children do not attend MUSD. They used to, but because they didn't feel challenged personally on a lot of the courses that were offered, we chose to send them outside the district to a school that did offer what they were looking for and met our requirements in terms of their education. So I believe that it's important that the curriculum, we need to look at that closely and come up with some more programs that attract students. Another thing is we need to really focus on hiring quality teachers. Our SPED department is stocked full of people with emergency certifications, and I think that we're jeopardizing that program. It's been a struggle for the last couple of years. I'd like to see some early recruitment for highest quality teachers possible, both locally and nationally. One proposal that I would like to make, if I'm elected, is hiring an individual for full-time recruiting for the district. That's all they would do is recruit, by phone, on college campuses, but it needs to be a position that's done every single day. I'd also like to see the offerings in special education services that don't have any excuses, and a gifted program based on research and best practices. Budgeting needs to be done appropriately. I think that's been a huge struggle for the district, but it's got to be a priority for it to succeed.
Thank you. Patty.
Well, Jeff stole most of my ideas as well. It's obvious that we have to raise the bar academically. We need to improve our programs in special ed and our gifted programs, because that is one of the reasons why people aren't sending their kids to different schools outside of our district. I believe one of the reasons was originally 2 class sizes, but I think we are addressing that now with the opening of the new schools and the building of the high school. We're able to reduce the class sizes, and although there still needs to be some more improvement on that by hiring some additional staff members, I think that we need to make sure that we publicize all these improvements that we're making. PR goes a long way, but that's not going to be the big fix. But we need to recognize what we have done and let people know about it, and we need to get the community involved. I would love to see a district, kind of like a PTO, where the community, parents, teachers could all get together and maybe do one giant fundraiser that they designate. For instance, like the special ed would receive the funds for it. And then maybe one big event that would be a district-wide event, maybe like a district art walk, where all the schools would be involved and the community would be involved, and we'd invite the community in. It would give a great sense of community back to Maricopa. And if we build our schools academically and we can bring that sense of community back, parents will start bringing their kids back.
Well, I think one of the problems that we have in the district right now is that it has a very negative reputation. Not necessarily justly. There's a lot of fabulous things that go on in the district, and I'd like to see more showing off of the positive qualities that we have here. The programs, we have some phenomenal programs going on in these schools. We have the academic goals in the elementary schools. We have, sports. We've got drama. We've got art. We've got all sorts of programs that are building. We don't showcase those nearly as much as I think that we should. There's some amazing things going on, and there's some amazing teachers in this district. I've come across several who are just doing the most innovative, interesting, creative things on a shoestring budget, because funding in the state of Arizona is a little unique. But I think that it's really important for us to show off those things. I think it's also important to raise the bar academically. And I think that we have a good start going down that path in the last few years. Teachers have really held to the standards and really trying to challenge students in a way. I want to see it universal across the board and make it a little bit more unique to the academic area that the students are in. But I think that it's important for parents to have the opportunity to see that there is academic challenge and rigor happening, and then build on it so that it's across the board. I also think people see that there is a safe environment here. We have some district staff members that work very, very hard to get the grant in the last few years for safety on campuses and put really good programs in place. And the schools are improving its safety. I think that the community needs to see that. High school, from what I understand, installed cameras on campus to make sure that they're monitoring what's going on. These are all the steps that need to be taken, but the community needs to see it. And I don't think that they're seeing it like they should. We do need to improve the communication just a little bit. I think that sometimes we lack or fall behind a little bit in how timely we get things out. I think that the addition of Mr. Beckett to the district staff was a wise move. I think having him on board to, share what's going on in the community is important. We just want to make sure, I want to make sure that the administrations at the site level are continuing that and building on that communication. I think that overall, parents just don't know what's going on there as much as they should, and they don't get a chance to see the great things. Now, that's not to say that there aren't things that need to be improved. We do want to make sure that we're doing these other things, but I think it's really important for parents who are taking their children out to see that things have improved. I also think that it's important for parents and students to have a voice in what's going on at their school sites. I have a middle school student that I pulled out of the district. I have 2 in district here at MES, and I love MES and I love the staff, and the administration is fabulous. The middle school wasn't working quite as well as I like for my child, but I'm excited about the changes going on in the high school, so I look forward to having her go to the high school next year. I think these are all really, really important things that the public needs to see and see the growth and the improvement that we've made.
First of all, she does recognize that some parents who commute into the Phoenix metro area for work prefer to have their children closer to work so that when emergencies come up, things like that, they are able to get to school quickly. And as most of us know from the commute to the valley, it can often be lengthened due to road constructions or accidents, and until additional jobs are available within the city of Maricopa, we should focus our efforts on the second group of students. So, in regards to the second group of students, she believes the second group of parents may feel that the needs of their children are not being met. Those needs could include all facets of the educational environment, such as class size, transportation issues, or exceptional student services. We must determine what issues our community members feel are not being addressed and work together to change the perception of those parents, as well as address any areas that might be deficient. By changing the perception or improving the areas identified, we could help bring more students back to Maricopa. And by we, she means our educators, the district, the board, and the community, and we could accomplish this goal through surveys, polling parents who have withdrawn their children, or a variety of other methods.